Welcome back! We are currently in the cantina here on Terrace, and we just witnessed a duel on the viewing screen in the nearby dueling ring. We've also got a few people here we can talk to. The people closest to us are the ones we saw fighting, Deadeye Duncan and the girl on two fingers. So let's see what they've got to say.
What are you looking at, fresh meat? You want a piece of me? You want to step in the dueling chambers with me?
Well, actually, to be quite honest, if it's not that hard, considering what we saw, then yeah.
Big talk. Go speak with the hut in the corner to back it up. He's the duel organizer. I'll look forward to our match. Fresh meat is just what I need to end my losing streak.
Yeah, I think we can beat him pretty easily. What about you?
I haven't seen you around here before. You looking to step into the duel ring? Or did you just come to watch? What? Why are you here if you don't even know what the dueling ring is? I don't have time to answer your questions. I need to stay focused for my next match. Maybe Azure can help you out. He's the hut over there in the corner. He arranges all the duels.
Okay, we'll talk to Azure, but I want to go ahead and finish talking to the remaining duelists and see what they've got to say.
I know what you're going to say. I'm so beautiful, I'm so attractive. How can someone who looks so hot with a weapon in her hand be called ice? Well, I've heard it all before. I'm here to take care of business in the dueling ring, not to have some slack-jawed, goggled-eyed man slobber all over me. So back off.
Okay. This girl isn't much for conversation.
Well, now you know why they call me Ice. If you're looking for a match, go talk to Azure. He's that big hut over there in the corner. Otherwise, just go away.
Alright. What about you, Marl?
Hello there, Offworlder. Allow me to introduce myself. My name is Marl. I'm one of the duelists here at the cantina. I was wondering when you'd get around to talking to me.
Is it just me, or does he sound almost exactly like Morgan Freeman?
No, we've never met. It's just that most people who come here to watch the duels are bored nobles, looking for a little excitement in their drab lives. But you're different. You look like you know a thing or two about combat. I'm guessing you didn't come here to sit on the sidelines and watch a duel. Are you looking for a match?
I am, actually. I'm very interested in this dueling ring.
If you're interested in setting up a match, or if you want to place a wager, just go speak to Azure. He's that hut over in the corner. He'll make all the arrangements.
Okay, let's ask him some questions. He seems to be the friendliest person we've met here so far, so he might be worth talking to as far as finding out some things.
My area of expertise is pretty much limited to the dueling ring and the other combatants here at the cantina. But I'll try to answer any questions you might have.
Okay, he really sounds like Morgan Freeman. What I want to find out is information about the other duelists, because they didn't really seem to want to talk about themselves too much. Particularly Ice.
You've come to the right man. I've been dueling here for nearly 20 years, and I remember every duelist who's been through this cantina. Of course, there are only 5 of us left now. Duncan, Gurlon, Ice, Twitch, and me. Bendak's Starkiller comes in once in a while. He's retired now.
Starkiller, some of you might know, is the name that was originally given to Luke Skywalker in the original draft of A New Hope. But George Lucas decided to change it to Skywalker. Well, let's find out about each of the duelists. We haven't met Twitch yet, but we will.
Duncan, worst duelist ever. His nickname is Deadeye because he fights like he's blind. I wouldn't worry about him.
Yeah, we did see him, and he didn't seem all that impressive.
Gurlon used to be pretty good before the accident. His blaster overheated during a match and exploded. 1 in a million occurrence. Paralyzed 3 fingers on his right hand. They call him Gurlon Two Fingers now. He hasn't been the same since the accident. But he's still out here trying to earn a living. That's why I never fight with blasters.
Interesting. So it appears that you can fight with whatever weapons you want.
Ice? She's not much for personality, but she's a hell of a fighter. Confident, steady, popular with the crowd, too. If you go up against her, you know you're in for a tough match.
Okay, we have to keep that in mind.
Twitch? I think that Rhodian is completely crazy, but he's very, very good despite his insanity. Or maybe because of it. Even I can't beat him.
So far it seems like the order of competency, I guess you could say, here is Duncan, Girl on Ice, Marl, and then this Twitch. But what about Bendak?
What can I say? Bendak was a legend. Never lost a match his entire career. But he was bloodthirsty as an Iridorian battle rager. Never liked having to face the same opponent twice. Got so he wouldn't battle anyone unless it was a death match. When they made death matches illegal, he went into retirement. He still hangs around here sometimes. Bendak's the best there ever was, plain and simple. Even now, I'd bet that anyone who steps into the ring with him wouldn't make it out alive.
Sounds like a real pleasant fellow. But what about you? I want to know more about you, Marl.
Me? Oh, I've seen my share of battles. My best years are gone. But I can still hold my own against anyone in here. Except maybe Twitch.
Okay. That sounds good. Let's go ahead and go, because I'm eager to step into the dueling ring and see how this works.
Goodbye, stranger. Maybe we'll talk again later.
There's Azure, the hut over here. Actually, first before we do that, let's talk to Twitch. He's over here by himself. Okay. Yeah, what's that about? Yeah. Dude, I think you need help. Okay, let's talk to Azure. Unless we join in the fun. Profitable, huh? Well, let's find out what is in this for us. I'm curious to know how nobody dies, though. That's what's rather intriguing about this. Okay, so, like we suspected, you can use whatever weapons you like. That's good to know.
Vibroblades and blasters, and nobody ever dies. How come I get the feeling you're trying to take us for a ride?
Well, that's good to know. And also, something he's not saying here is that you can also use grenades, too, and the energy suppressor fields will keep them from seriously harming anybody. If you try to use Persuade here, it is very likely that you'll fail. I've read a few comments on other YouTube videos claiming that it is possible, but so far I have not been able to pull it off. Not to mention that it's really difficult to persuade a hut, as anyone who's seen it at Return of the Jedi will know. A nickname, huh? Well... Okay, that's the most terrible nickname ever. I'm sorry, but really? The Mysterious Stranger? Dude, I actually like Kane. That sounds pretty nice. I mean, isn't Kane a wrestler in the real world? Oh, yeah. But you know those guys better than you know me. I mean... Okay. Alright. Well, to be honest, it does kind of fit us, because we don't really know a whole lot about ourselves. I mean, we just woke up on the Endar Spire, and apparently we're a soldier with the Republic. At least from a gameplay perspective, I, as the game player, don't know a whole lot about Kane.
This is for the best. We could use those credits from these duels, but using your real name is too risky. The Sith might have come across a crew manifest back on the Endar Spire.
True. Karth is right. Okay, so we can fight Deadeye Duncan first. That shouldn't be too difficult. And that's good, because I really don't want anybody to die. Yes, I am ready to go.
Ladies and gentlemen, draw your eyes to the center ring. We have a very special presentation in store for you. You've seen him lose night after night after night, but this time he's after fresh meat. In this corner, I give you Deadeye Duncan! And in the other corner, a relative newcomer to the Taris dueling scene, emerging from the shadows with no history, no past, and no name, the mysterious stranger!
I don't think that announcer can get any more dramatic. Alright, let's go ahead and duel with Duncan. That wasn't too bad.
It's over! The fight is over! The mysterious
Of course, we didn't think that would be too hard.
But really, are any of us surprised?
Yeah.
Deadeye losing isn't news. You have to do better than that to impress us, stranger.
Well, let's do one more duel. I'm gonna go ahead and fight Gurlon next. And I think I'll stop there after that because in my practice run of this, I couldn't get past Ice that easily after 2 attempts. So I'll come back later and fight her after I level up a bit more. One thing we can do is we can get free med packs here in this first aid box. And this will be replenished after every duel, so you do want to take advantage of that. Yeah, we know how much you guys love money, that's for sure. Alright, we got 100 credits, and we will be receiving increasing amounts for each duel that we fight. So let's go ahead and try another one. Yes, I am ready. Let's do this. Gurlon does use blasters in the ring, but he can also use a sword if you come up and try melee combat with him. I think he is more proficient with blasters though, but I'm not entirely sure.
Ladies and gentlemen, draw your eyes to the center ring. We have a very special presentation in store for you. In this corner, one of the greats, a man so tough, even a disfiguring injury couldn't end his career. I give you Gurlon Two Fingers. And in the other corner, a relative newcomer to the Taris dueling scene, emerging from the shadows with no history, no past, and no name, the mysterious stranger!
I love the way he says, no name! Okay, let's try this. Okay, let me... yeah. That didn't quite work out as well as I thought it would.
Change, it wasn't against Duncan. This has got to be a tough loss for the mysterious stranger. Imagine losing to a crippled opponent.
Yeah, normally I don't lose against Gurlon Two Fingers, so that was a little odd. I'm going to take advantage of the free med packs we're getting here. Let me grab another one from the bin over here. I'm going to try that one more time, because during my practice run I was able to do that without too much of an issue. Alright, rematch. And even though he says people always bet lots on a rematch, you will still get the same amount you would have gotten if you did this the first time.
Ladies and gentlemen,
We've heard this before.
One of the greats, a man so tough, even a disfiguring injury couldn't
I'm trying to skip
career.
this, but it won't let me here. There we go. There we go. There we go.
It's over! The fight is over! The mysterious stranger has won!
That's more like it.
Gerlach losing to a rookie. Is this a sign that his injuries have finally caught up with him? Or is the mysterious stranger for real? Only time will tell.
We are for real, except that we're gonna have to level up a bit more before we come back, so I don't think we're ready to take on Ice yet. Oh, okay, we don't have a med pack. Okay, maybe it's limited. Okay, I thought there were med packs after each fight, but apparently not. Well, no sense in wasting time. Let's collect our money. Alright, 200 credits that time. Not bad. Let's heal ourselves up a bit. And actually, let's try talking to the duelists again, because they'll have some dialogue that wasn't there before now that we fought with Deadeye.
What do you want? Oh, let me guess. You beat me in the dueling ring, and now you're gonna rub it in my face. Yeah, well, I'm used to it. So pardon me if I ignore your gloating.
Yeah, man, this guy is a real grouch.
Gee, I wonder why. Couldn't have anything to do with being the worst duelist on Terrace, could it? Even a rookie like you got the better of me. Look, I admit it, you're better than me. Everyone's better than me. Blindfolded, one-legged tack with a rusty knife could probably beat me, okay? Is that what you wanted to hear? You satisfied yet? Are you happy now that you've taken the last shred of dignity I have?
We'll actually get to see Tax later on in the game, so the comment will become a little bit more funny when we see him. But yeah, I really don't want to make him feel bad though, so let's just step away.
Oh, well, okay. Goodbye then.
What about Gerlach? Let's see what he has to say.
You beat me fair and square, stranger. But if I still had the use of my fingers, you wouldn't have won. Back before my injury, I would have mopped the ring up with you.
Yeah, since we haven't leveled up yet, he may be right. We may have lost him if he did have his fingers. What about Ice? Can she talk to us now that we've stepped into the dueling ring?
What do you want? Wait, let me guess. Now that you're a duelist, you figure we have something in common. Something to chat about, right?
Oh, a bit.
Wrong. Just because we're both duelists doesn't mean we're suddenly friends. So give me some space, stranger. I've got nothing more to say to you.
Aww. I want to get to know her a bit more. She seems like she's got some interesting story to tell.
I see you got your feet wet in the duel ring. Not bad. You've got real talent, kid. Stick with it and you'll go places.
Thanks, Marl. Let's see, he doesn't have anything new to say, so let's go ahead and leave.
Goodbye, stranger. Maybe we'll talk again later.
Kind of interesting that he calls you stranger even before you get the name the mysterious stranger, which is why I'm supposing it's why it's not capitalized in the subtitles. What about the spectators over here? Do they have anything to say about what they just saw?
I recognize you. You're that new duelist everyone's talking about. The mysterious stranger. I wish Bendix Starkiller would get back into the fight game. None of these duelists here can measure up to his legend.
You mean the mysterious stranger? Okay, that was terrible.
Twitch is my favorite. He's wild.
Okay. He is wild, alright, that's for sure. Well, there isn't a whole lot more to do here in the cantina. We've seen just about everything there is to see. And we've talked to almost everybody. Let's see if this guy has anything to say.
I wish the off-duty Sith would stop coming. You know, it's bad enough the Sith conquered this planet. But do they have to come in here, relax, and
There are
rub
two
their
people we
presence
haven't
in our
talked to
faces?
yet, though. We haven't talked to this woman here named Sarna.
Hi there. I haven't seen you around before. Of course, they don't give us Sith officers from the military base much time off.
Oh, another Sith officer. Interesting. Well, like the guy we talked to earlier, she's not wearing a uniform, so let's talk about that. It does seem kind of odd considering all of the others outside the canteen are, but I suppose that guy already told us about that.
I'm off duty right now, so I'm not in uniform. My name is Sana, junior officer, first class with the Sith Occupation Force.
Well, at least she's being cordial with us, unlike the Sith outside. And considering that we might want to disrupt the Sith's operations here on Terrace, we might want to get friendly with some of them if they're willing to do so with us.
I'm actually a little surprised you're talking to me at all. Most of the people here on Taris can't stand us Sith. We can make this job pretty lonely.
If you choose the more hostile option there, then she will make a comment about how you're suddenly treating her unfairly now that you know that she's a Sith. But let's try to see where this conversation goes. We might be able to get something out of this.
Save the sympathetic best friend act. I'm not buying it.
Oops.
But I don't want to fill out a bunch of paperwork on my day off, so let's just pretend this conversation never happened. Now move along.
That's odd. During my practice run, I had the exact same stats here, and I still managed to get that persuade.
Back again? Didn't I make myself clear enough? The senior Sith officers don't like us fraternizing with the locals. Besides, I don't need you lecturing me for my career choice.
Let's try to be friendly again.
It's okay. I might have overreacted a bit. But can you blame me? Everywhere I look, I see one of you Teresians glaring at me with hate in your eyes.
That's kind of odd, actually, because everybody here on Terrace has been commenting about how we're obviously an off-worlder, but she doesn't seem to recognize that. Of course, being here on Terrace and being off-world, she might not notice quite as easily. Let's try this again. I want to see if this will work.
That's true.
There we
People don't
go.
appreciate what we've done for them. We could have slapped a curfew on this whole planet, but we didn't. You know, it's like everyone on this backwater planet is in a permanent bad mood. Don't they know we have to make the best of things?
Well, I could have dropped a piano on the head of somebody that I don't like this morning, but I didn't do that.
Exactly, it's all about attitude. I didn't ask to be assigned to this backwater planet, but I try to make the best of it. It's pretty easy to get depressed on an assignment like this, but we do what we can to keep our spirits up.
You know, for a backwater planet, Terrace seems to be pretty densely populated.
That's true. It's nice to meet someone who understands what I'm going through. It's good to talk about this stuff. It gets pretty lonely up at the military base.
Yay, she's being
I have
friendly.
to get going soon. I've got a shift at the military base, but some of us junior Sith officers are having a party tonight to blow off some steam. I'd really like to see you again. Why don't you drop by the party? I'll show you where it is on your map.
Awesome! We've been invited to a party, everybody! This might be an opportunity to get to know the Sith a bit more. Maybe, even recruit some of them to our side. Well, that might be asking for a bit much, but you never know.
Don't be late. We're starting right after our shift's end. Most of us won't even be going back to the base to lock up our uniforms. I look forward to seeing you there.
Excellent! And we got a journal entry about that. Let's find out where the party is. You've been invited to a party by one of the Sith. According to the directions on your datapad, they're getting together at an apartment on the east side of the North Upper City. Alright, well, we haven't been to the North Upper City yet. We're currently in the South Upper City, so we'll have to check that out next time we're there. Let's see, what information do we have about the search for Bastila? You've been invited to a party being given by one of the off-duty Sith officers. Going there might be risky, but it could also get you a step closer to finding Bastila. And indeed, that is the reason why we want to try to go to anything that the Sith are involved in, if they'll let us. Let's see what the dueling ring says. Girl on Two Fingers has fallen before you in battle, gaining you some measure of respect among aficionados of the sport, though you are still ranked far below the top-ranked duelist. Well, we will come back to that one day, but it won't be for a while yet. Let's see, I believe we've talked to everybody here. Let me just make sure. One interesting thing to note is that if you do, if you're a female player character, then you'll end up flirting with the guy inside the room we were in earlier, the other Sith guy that we were talking to. Well, there's one last person we still have yet to speak with, and that is Bendak Starkiller. He is here, although he's not hanging out in the dueling area.
Leave me alone. I'm not giving out any auto prints to my fans today.
Auto prints? Is that like an autograph?
What? You don't recognize me? I'm Bendak Starkiller, the most famous blaster slinger on Taris. Over 100 duels without a loss. Every one of them a death match.
I don't really want to take him on yet, considering that we were kind of close there with the girl on Two Fingers. What I'm more curious in is why he's not hanging around with the other duelists.
I'm retired now. Once death matches became illegal, I just got bored with the game. I got no interest in using stun blasters. There was nobody left to challenge me anyway. I've seen you in the dueling ring, but you haven't impressed me. Now, if you could beat all these other pretenders, that might get my attention.
Oh-ho. Let's see, can he answer a few questions for us?
Since I'm not going to answer them, you'd just be wasting your breath. So, move along before people see us talking and think I'm signing autographs today. I don't want to be mobbed.
Wow, everyone is so friendly here.
Off with you then. I'm done with this conversation anyway.
Okay. We can't seem to get too many friendly people here. One thing I haven't mentioned yet, when I talked about the Mandalorians in the last video, is that one of the most common associations that people might have with the Mandalorians, although maybe unknowledgeably, is that Boba and Jango Fett in the Star Wars films wore Mandalorian armor. What we're seeing Bendak Starkiller wearing here is what seems to be an earlier version of that armor with the slit in his head in the same place as it was in the Fett's armor, albeit it's a bit less pronounced. Well, that was a nice trip to the cantina. We'll have to come back there later on when we level up. But for now, let's keep moving on.
You need a lesson on how to treat
Hey, whoa. Okay, that...
Daddy!
Oh, okay.
Yes, what's in your mind?
Thanks, Garth. I was about to start fighting with him.
You got it.
That actually happened in my practice run, too. The reason why I was rude to Ganna Lavin in the cantina was because of this. You can get XP by coming out here and fighting these two thugs that she hired. And you don't get any light side or dark side points for this, by the way, so it doesn't affect our alignment. And we can also get some loot from them. One other thing that I haven't mentioned yet is that experience in this game is shared among your party. Now, obviously, when people join our party, they may be at different points along the spectrum of experience. For example, Karth is a bit higher than we are when we first met him, so he will level up before Kane will. But at any rate, whenever we kill somebody or do something that gets us experience, everybody will gain that experience. Well, we'll continue exploring the Upper City in the next video.